Hello, everyone. We associate Squid Game with its enormous worldwide success, its gripping drama, and its enduring characters. Today, we're delving into the little-known tale of how Heo Seong-tae's resilience was put to the test during Squid Game. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster, so stay tuned until the very end. First up, let's discuss Heo Seong-tae's unconventional path to international fame. He was on an entirely different path before he even contemplated a career in acting. Heo Seong-tae, a graduate of Pusan National University with a degree in Russian language and culture, started his career in business. He was a member of LG Electronics' foreign marketing team before moving on to Daewoo Shipping and Marine Company, where he was dubbed the king of TV sales in Korea. But he entered the world of acting in the most surprising way. Heo Seong-tae once noticed an advertisement for the SBS reality acting program, Miracle Audition, while drinking and watching TV. He made the rash decision to apply. He finished 5th in the tournament, which was surprising, or maybe not, considering his innate talent. His life changed drastically at that point. He made the decision to pursue acting after being inspired by the judges' acclaim. I only kept going because they gave me praise. I would have quit right there if even one judge had told me I wasn't good, he disclosed. He started training alone by imitating comedians, and he eventually got tiny parts. These small projects eventually led to larger possibilities, which culminated in his most memorable performance to date in Squid Game. Even though Heo Seong-tae had spent a large portion of his career portraying antagonists, he had never taken a different approach to the role of Jang Deok-soo in Squid Game. He was able to give nuance to a character who once appeared to be merely a vicious foe. In depicting him, I made an effort to capture the most primal and instinctual feelings of human nature. Deok-soo evolved into more than simply a supporting position in his career. It was a special chance to display his abilities to a worldwide audience. Heo Seong-tae said, "He was the best villain I could have played. This character will always have a special place in my heart, even though I'm not sure if I'll ever get another chance to play such a well-known villain." Both reviewers and fans were enthralled by his performance, which cemented his status as a gifted and adaptable actor. However, there was a significant cost associated with the series' increased visibility. The unexpected celebrity had serious effects, especially on his health, demonstrating that becoming famous is not always a glamorous journey. Heo Seong-tae experienced unanticipated repercussions from the success of Squid Game, particularly in terms of his mental health. The actor revealed a vulnerable aspect of his post-fame experience on May the 2nd during the online press conference for his upcoming drama, Bloody Heart. He used the occasion to publicly apologize when questioned about his relationship with Choi Ri, his co-star who portrayed his daughter in the series. Heo Seong-tae admitted, "I developed social anxiety disorder after Squid Game. I couldn't deliver the scene as I should have," the actor said, expressing his regret. "I felt terrible about it, and a great deal of sympathy for Choi Ri." Heo Seong-tae overcame this difficult time despite the immediate impact. "It was one of the hardest challenges he had ever encountered," he said. "It was a difficult period, but I had to get past it in order to continue living my life," he said. Heo Seong-tae not only struggled emotionally, but also physically in order to prepare for her role as Jang Deok-soo in Squid Game. He described the extreme changes he made to fit the role in an interview. He initially shed 17 kilos while under quarantine, but this shift proved problematic when the production crew felt he was too thin to play Deok-soo. "Why did you lose so much weight?" wondered director Hwang Dong-hyuk when we first met. Heo Seong-tae's shoulders were smaller than necessary to portray the villain's menacing demeanor, and the director noted that Deok-soo's muscular body was a crucial component of the role. Heo Seong-tae had to swiftly put the weight back on before the movie started because of this. "In a month and a half, I put on roughly 15 to 17 kg. His health suffered greatly as a result of this process, even though he was committed to the position. My health clearly declined, my knees began to ache, my calf muscles vanished, and my body got really weak all around," the actor revealed. For Heo Seong-tae, this encounter was a wake-up call. Even while he is still devoted to his work, he now puts his health before accepting roles that need such drastic physical changes. "It's not difficult to lose weight, but it's much harder to gain weight rapidly. I'll have to give it some serious thought before accepting a part that demands that the next time," he remarked. His narrative highlights the difficulties that many actors encounter when trying to embody their roles, frequently putting their physical health last. even while viewers respect Heo Seong-tae's commitment to making the terrifying Jang Deok-soo come to life, his experience in Squid Game was a physical and emotional roller coaster. Beyond just a noteworthy performance, this tale sheds light on the frequently invisible struggles performers face in order to give performances that leave an impression on audiences. Heo Seong-tae had not expected the part of Deok-soo to be so hard. Squid Game is not for the faint of heart, both for those in front of the cameras and for viewers, even though it was a series that enthralled the entire world. Heo Seong-tae disclosed that the glass bridge game was the scenario that he found most frightening, but it was also one of the most unforgettable. In order to traverse a hanging bridge in this scene, participants had to select the safe panels. Even though the bridge was only 1.5 meters high in real life, the visual effects made it appear to be an extremely hazardous crossing. But even the actual height was sufficient to arouse Heo Seong-tae's dread of heights. Nevertheless, he needed to use his acting abilities to play a character that appeared unafraid. But his fear of heights was not the only obligation to embody Deok-soo. For both the actors and the characters, each game was more intense than the last. For instance, the tug-of-war sequence required a great deal of physical exertion. Director Hwang Dong-hyuk said that even action scene veteran Lee Jung-jae called it one of the most difficult he had ever filmed because of the extreme weariness. The difficulties were significantly more physical for Heo Seong-tae. He acknowledged in an interview that he puked several times on set due to the extreme effort needed for the tug-of-war scenario. He admitted, "I tried my hardest, but my body simply couldn't handle it." This degree of selflessness demonstrates how committed the actors were to capturing the conflict and hopelessness of their roles. Invisible wounds were probably left by the scene's intensity and the psychological toll of playing such a sinister figure. Heo Seong-tae did more than simply play a part. He overcame his own limitations to produce something remarkable by pushing himself both mentally and physically. It is imperative that Heo Seong-tae puts his health first as we anticipate more of his amazing skills. His commitment to providing top-notch performances is admirable, but his health should always come first. A more balanced side of the actor, who is working to preserve his love for the work without endangering his body or mind, is thankfully already evident in upcoming productions like Bloody Heart. As we honor Heo Seong-tae's outstanding performance in Squid Game, let us also remember that even the most exceptional performers deal with inner conflicts that are frequently hidden. We hope Heo Seong-tae has a prosperous path and, above all, good health and happiness. Keep up with his development as one of the top personalities in the field and don't miss his next endeavors. For more in-depth explorations of the Korean entertainment industry, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. If you liked this video, I appreciate you viewing and I hope to see you in the future one.